This week's Love Your Neighborhood, we're at Season and Taste in downtown Boise, where you can learn to cook for your family, friends, your significant other. Your next meal is just a whisk away.
This is a really easy holiday appetizer. So you start with puff pastry, then you want to kind of turn it a little bit to make kind of a diamond so it's a little bit thinner. I've loved cooking ever since I was little. I learned how to cook because my mother was a terrible cook and she hated cooking. And so when I was about 11, I asked my mom if I used my grandma's cookbook, if she would buy the groceries, and then I would start making dinner. So I started making dinner when I was really young because I really enjoyed it and because I hated my mom's food.
Yeah.
But your meat if you choose to use meat. So today it's salami, but you can also use prosciutto. So my parents moved me from California to Wilder, Idaho to a mobile home. I still grew up very, very poor, and I did a lot of volunteer work with low-income food systems because that's how I grew up, and I wanted to teach people how to eat on a budget. Then you do a spoonful of cranberry sauce and baby bell cheese, which is unwrapped right here. I started my business in the middle of a pandemic on purpose. When everybody was trapped at home, we launched 2 blocks down the street. I was doing some work with Guru Donuts, and I realized that from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., their kitchen was vacant. And I asked them if I could rent their space. So we started with 8 students and kids, and then of course people wanted adult classes, and then we just grew and grew. And then 2 years ago we moved into this space, so we upgraded from 500 square feet to 2,200 square feet. And then you just want to kind of pinch these, kind of like a rough wonton. I moved out when I was 15 and got my GED and went to Boise State when I was 16. And then finally was able to go to culinary school pretty late in life, which was one of the number one culinary schools in the entire world. I was trained by all French chefs. 10% of us graduated. And I went to culinary school just to become an educator because I want to teach everybody to cook one more meal at home than they would otherwise eat out. Cooking is therapy, and it's because it's very methodical, and typically it gives you joy because when you share it with other people, it's a form of love.
Oh my gosh, that's so buttery. And that's a wrap on this week's Love Your Neighborhood. We're in downtown Boise at Season and Taste. Make sure you check them out and sign up for one of their cooking classes, whether you want to make something for your friends, family, or your significant other, or even just something for the upcoming holidays. Sophia Cruz, Idaho News 6.